Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be exposing the XDC rich list, and it's been quite a while and a huge change in terms of price. We went from holders being upset, angry, losing patience with XDC trading around 2 to 3 cents. Then we had a huge peak in around July to 8 cents, and now we're fluctuating around the 5-cent ranges. So a lot has changed. We have new holders, we have more FOMO, and more people understand the potential of XDC. So let's see what's changed with the numbers from last time, go into market news and everything XDC. So I would appreciate if you leave a like down below in the video, and let's get straight into it. Okay, so for the rich list, I was going to use on XDC network, but it's currently not working, which was a spanner in the works, so I decided to actually do it manually from BlockScan. Now the bare minimum to be in the rich list is the top 10% levels, and for that you're going to need 132,000 XDC, which is around $7,200. And I think that has shocked quite a lot of people, and to me is very, very bullish. It shows there's a large amount of account holders of XDC, and obviously as the price has doubled, the amount to enter the top 10% has doubled also. And goes to show the amount of capital you have to invest into the market is very important, but what's just as important is when you actually get into the market. For example, recently with Tau, people are paying 2 to 3x what I paid for with my bag. And now we're on to the next level, the top 5%. You need 271,000 XDC, which is around $15,000. This heavily depends on your financial situation, how your portfolio is structured, how long you've been in crypto, and how long you've been in XDC. And now on to the final positions. The top 3% need 462,000 XDC, which is worth around $25,000, and then the top 1% need 1,050,000 XDC, which is around $58,000. So be sure to let me know down below if the results surprised you in any way. The higher ones are not impossible, depends previously to what I said and how diversified you are. I see a lot of people compare bag sizes, and it could be the difference of someone holding 3 coins versus someone else holding 15. Again, it's no biggie if you are not in the rich list. If you want to somehow get further, check out the discounted links in the description to a decent hardware wallet. Once you buy one with the promo, you get 200 algo for free. You can sell that and buy XDC. And with that out the way, let's go into some XDC news recently in the market. So with XDC 2.0 coming out, where we can see an actual increase in gas fees, still pretty much zero, but we can see reduced supply and increased network security, so essentially upgrading their consensus mechanism. This is a positive change coming into effect November 13th today, but by the time you watch this video it would be yesterday. And tokenization of real world assets is going to be huge, right? We've spoken about this with NXRA Alliance Block, we have applications on Hedera, and we also have Quantum Networks tokenization solutions, but we also have XDC. And we do know that TradeTech issued the USTY token on the XDC network, giving investors exposure to a multi-billion-dollar, highly liquid ETF. And this is huge. We can see an example of XDC being leveraged with real-world assets, ensuring that it's future-proof, as this is an upcoming use case, and how powerful this technology really is. Moving on now to a new website. I think it was done around October time. We can see decentralized applications including Web3, NFTs, DeFi, and real-world assets. Some include Comtech Gold, Kinesis, and Eudostasis. And we can also see on the website ISO 20022 compliance. Remember, this is the bare minimum. This just opens the door. What happens after with that compliance is where things really get interesting for these assets, including XDC. And next up, a very important piece of info. We have the XDC Trade Network with the first of its kind transaction with the conversion of the paper bill of lading to the electronic bill of lading. Again, ensuring this asset is future-proof, not with real-world assets, but this time the trade finance sector. And lastly, in terms of price with XDC, we are looking for the next leg up. We've held support really well at the 5-cent ranges, not touching previous 2 to 3 cent ranges, and we need that next leg up to go past the 8-cent levels. And I'm getting the question, are we actually in a bull market? Well, there's a lot of bears that I watch personally for a different perspective. A lot of them have turned bullish. The recent price action has been bullish. We have billions being minted at the Tether treasury. We have the altcoin markup putting in highs since April, and with the total crypto market cap putting in highs over the past year. And so the stats are looking pretty bullish for the market, and that's why it pays to dollar cost average. If you remember during Q2 or mainly Q3 of 2023, everyone was calling for lower prices with Q4. That's going to be rough. It sort of rubbed off on me a little bit, and I thought that also, but regardless of what I thought personally, I still dollar cost average and I hit that green button. I hope you did as well. Now, does this mean we're never going to go down? Of course not. We're going to get pullbacks. We're going to get large corrections to liquidate the longs of individuals that are leveraged. And that's why I still have cash, and compared to my portfolio, probably around 20%. And that is pretty much it for today's video. As a closing comment, I'm bullish on crypto, I'm bullish on XDC, and I'm bullish on the future of this channel. I'm going to get back into regular uploads, probably on that second to third day basis, more uploads with XDC, and more deep dives of new additions to my portfolio like Check and Tau. Lastly, a video here, we have the founder of Trade Tech speaking with Andre Casterman, the CEO of TFD Initiative, going into detail about how small, medium enterprises are the backbone of global trade, how the main driving force needed is actual capital, and how XDC is reducing this gap. Check out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's start with you, Niels. How is trade finance as an asset class developing? Is there anything happening, or are you seeing some major progress on this track?
I think we're seeing major progress. There is a lot of positive developments. I think what we're observing is that trade volumes after COVID have really picked up. We're coming out of the slump, which is of course great for the global economy. However, where there's light, there's also shadow. The issue with that is that the demand for trade finance is growing, also a good fact, but the negative in this is that especially the smaller businesses, which constitute the majority of businesses actually around the globe, still have a very hard time finding the finance they need. And everyone has, of course, heard about the infamous trade finance gap that at some point was quoted by the Asian Development Bank at, I think, 1.5 trillion US dollars per annum. We're now at 2.5 trillion and growing. So there is still a lot to be done, but I think the overall message is this is a growing asset class. There's a lot of demand. The question is just how can we fill this?